Myles Hilson, born and raised here in Atlanta. Yeah.
Oh yeah. How long have you been doing art?
Oh, probably like all my life. I think I started when I was about 5 or 6 years old. I hated it at first, but my brother, he was more so the artist. So after he did a really cool drawing I wanted to like emulate that. So I kind of sat down with it and practiced until I just grew a love for art and brought me to here.
Yeah. So was he one of your biggest inspirations growing
Oh
up?
yeah, most definitely my biggest inspiration. If it wasn't for my brother, I probably wouldn't even be doing any of this.
Yeah, yeah. No. And so, how would you describe your art style?
Ooh, I would describe my art style as very kind of Afrocentric, kind of I don't know if I want to say like ghetto oriented, but more so focused on like black culture, especially like just minorities in general, basically.
No.
Yeah.
And so, can you give us a backstory on one of your pieces?
Yeah, like this one, sometimes I'll just come up with an idea that I think it just looks cool. So I just thought, what if I just had like the lower half of someone's head and then like the bust, and like we had like almost like kind of like a not necessarily burgundy, but auburn kind of style background. I really wanted to draw attention to the gold chains around her neck, so I kind of did like a glitter finish on that, but I didn't want that to be the only focus. So I kind of gave her a really cool hairstyle. At least I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's a cute hairstyle when women have their hair pinned up, but then the little curls on the side. So I tried to draw attention to that. And then I also put like a glitter finish on the nails as well. So if you ever get like a good angle at the light, you can kind of see the glitter finish on that. And I try to make the lips kind of stand out as well. So yeah, some of these ideas have actual like backstory to them,
Yeah.
and then some like this one is just kind of stuff that I want to see on canvas or put on my wall or something.
Yeah, that makes sense. And
Yeah.
would you like describe your art as like natural, or did you have like a mentor growing up?
I think it was very natural. I never really studied under anyone or went to school for it, so I was self-taught. And if I ever needed like a reference or anything, I would just either find pictures online, or I would just kind of think about something really hard and try my best to think of the detail, because I'm very detail oriented and I wanted to like focus on as many details as possible when I was starting off, but now it just comes so naturally to me.
And what advice would you give artists coming up?
I would say just keep practicing. That's kind of what I did to get me to where I was, because like literally even my stick figures looked horrible growing up. So I would say just keep practicing. And if you come across an artist, there are a lot of artists online and on Instagram, so you can really just find something that you really have an attachment to and just really follow that, I guess, and you would kind of develop your own art style. I wouldn't necessarily say copy their art style, but use them as inspiration, and you will kind of develop your own art style on the way.
Oh, and what do you think can be better in our communities?
A bigger focus on I would say minority art, a bigger focus on Black artists, Hispanic artists, even Muslim artists. I know a lot. So I would say that as like in the art community, that's a big thing that should be like focused on and very like much broadcasted. So yeah.
And are you familiar with NFTs, and do you think it's like something you would get into with your art?
Most definitely. I know I do have to study up on it a little more, but it would definitely be something that I would be interested in. Yeah.
Oh, and when did your career switch from like just a hobby to professional?
I would say that happened maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. I was just drawing for fun, and someone came up to me. They're like, "Hey, your drawings are really good. I have a coworker who would love to have this kind of picture. Could you do that for them? And I will pay you." I think I was like maybe like 19 at the time. They were just like, at the time, they were like, "I'll give you $100 for it." And 19-year-old me, it was just like, "Oh yeah, $100, yeah." But now I'm just like, at this point, like I think my stuff is well worth more than $100.
Yeah.
So I think that was the kind of the turning point from where it switched from a hobby to a career, because when I realized that, oh wow, there's an actual market for this, and then I started looking more into it, and then I came across like more like-minded artists, like people out here tonight, and I'm just like, this is what I want to do as a business. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life, basically.
Awesome. And can you plug in like your art socials so people know where to find you and where to follow your art?
Yeah, most definitely. Right now, you can find me on Instagram at Myles of Style, and that's Myles, Myles of Style. So the Instagram name is kind of corny. We're working on it, but yeah, I post all of my artwork. I also sing as well, so I post a lot of singing videos on there as well. So yeah.